I don't know. At this point, I think you'd be able to.
All that often.
At this point, I think Americans would trust a burrito out of a vending machine.
Have you guys seen, like, there was a thing going around on Twitter as like an as seen on TV product? It was like, you know how lipstick works, where you like turn the bottom and the thing comes out.
Sure. Yeah.
they had that. They had that, but like thermos size for a burrito. So you like twist the bottom and the burrito would come up.
All right, we're ruining Arthur's moment. Everyone quiet.
No, it's fine. That's fine. Sorry, it's already been ruined.
It's par for the course.
Listen up, Edge Runners. I'm here to take you to Night City because none of us can get there except for James. So I will bridge the gap for you live on this stream. You should note, I'm pretty sure that the intro sequence to the show was horribly fucked up because my hard drive is at 100% unpacking Cyberpunk 2077.
So no one saw it, Arthur. No one's watching us live.
That hurts, James. I don't know whether that's true or not. I'm not going to look to see if it's true, but it hurts that you would say that. Not a lot of things people say hurt. When Dave said I was a person who would hide a zombie bite, it was the most offended I'd been all year. And I worked with Sid Alpha this year. So
come on.
Wow.
Who here would reveal that they had a zombie bite?
I would.
No, you wouldn't.
What? Oh, there it is. Again. He just can't stop.
Hang on. You get bit by a zombie. This is important. You get bit by a zombie. We're in a room together being like, man, thank God we're all safe in this room. And you're like,
hey, guys, actually, I got bit.
And
I guess it's my time to fucking go, man.
Throw him out with the rest of the zombies then. Is that what you would do? You would honestly say yes.
What's the alternative? I eat everyone else around me? I force you to kill me? No.
Maybe you're immune. No, you don't know that.
Oh, maybe you're... Well, listen. If we're at a part in a zombie apocalypse where there actually are immune people, you got to come up with a different plan. But your traditional zombie apocalypse, there is no immunity.
All right, you get bit on the leg, right? And then you're like, guys, I got this bite. Would you let me chop off your leg?
Jesus, listen, Dave, that's a hypothetical situation that involves the question, would it actually stop it, right? We have to have someone do the science.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
Then it's hard to say the hypothetical.
Die or die.
Probably.
Or chop off the leg.
Probably I would not let you chop off my leg. I would let someone with any level of medical knowledge chop off my leg other than you.
Who here has actual medical knowledge?
Wouldn't.
Coltan Bonez.
Nate, Dave.
Hold on. What is your medical knowledge?
Yeah, I was going to say, what's your medical knowledge? You've done first aid in Boy Scouts?
Veterinarian medical knowledge.
Oh, give me a break. Well, I'm not a drug dealing gangster that needs a medical checkup in the middle of the night after being shot. I'm not going to you if I have to get my leg chopped off, Dave. I'm sorry.
Hey, look, you got 10 minutes to decide, motherfucker.
Hey man, are you a doctor? I got 6 pounds of cocaine in my leg. They're about to blow up. Veterinarian, you'll work.
Love it.
All right, Edge Runners.
Hey guys, I'm your impressive and slightly disturbed referee for the session. My name is Arthur Perkins. Hello, everyone.
You want to just take my whole intro from me? Okay. All right. Well, he puts the dong in dongle. Let's just go and do Henley's intro, I guess.
Hey guys, it's me, the person still waiting to download the game on Steam.
Everyone's waiting to download the game on Steam.
I've waited 13 years. I guess I can wait another 10 minutes. No, it will be longer than 10 minutes. 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours. I don't know if it's actually doing anything. The disk usage is going up.
Yeah, I understand. So did you preload? Did you do the preload the other day?
Oh yeah, no, okay. I'm sitting at like...
Yeah, so it's less than 10 gig. Like I got it in about 25 minutes today. But I did have long periods where there was no download, but there was heavy disk usage.
I've had heavy disk usage for over an hour, and it interfered with the show. So I expect it's going to continue to interfere with the show.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've been working really, really fucking hard the last couple of days. We are so close to graduating from early access to full release on Steam.
Nice.
And there is so much I need to do. Like right now, I'm basically, I have to get a new set of key art made for the game, which takes time. we have to implement. We finished implementing the tutorial, but it needs vocal dialogue. So, someone is recording that for me. Her name is Cumbomb. She's great. You should go follow her on Twitter. And basically just implementing waiting for the new animations to be done. And I'm sitting here just being like, because we're looking at like the 20th of December for release of this, which is like 10 fucking days away. Everything needs to fucking line up like perfectly. So perfectly, it needs to happen. So anyway, I don't know. I mean, it's been sleep between hours waiting for Cyberpunk, I guess. So yeah, that's me, I guess.
Okay. Drumurboy, what do you have?
It's been taking it pretty easy the past week after the big project is over. It's in the hands of Nerd still. I was hoping it was going to come out, but they've got another big thing happening right now, so it'll come out eventually. I'm at 57.4 gigs out of 60.2. So
I just realized that the blue bar, if you go to the downloads tab, is like moving.
yeah,
And it shows you how much it's unpacking, I guess. I never realized that before.
yeah.
So
I'm on.
that's good.
I put it on pause because I know it's gonna fuck up something.
Arthur's stream can take it. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm worried about my drive because the game drive that I have is like a 2.5 inch from a laptop that I took from my old laptop because
the total install is over 100 gig unpacked.
Ooh.
yeah.
I just suddenly hit 9.5 megabytes a second. I'm downloading again.
Damn.
Congratulations, you fucker.
As the stream goes down to
Yeah. Welcome to
Hey
Lego.
guys, welcome back to
240.
Cyberpunk this week.
Yeah, streams are really fun.
Welcome to Lego Cyberpunk. We're all
Listen
made
up,
of
haters. I got more than enough bandwidth to cover that shit. I got 10 times that bandwidth.
Yeah, but I mixed one song this week that I recorded drums for over a year ago. So mixing live drums again. That's been fun to remember how to do. Doing another one of those. So hopefully all that will be wrapped up and polished by the beginning of next year. So I'll have some more tunes out. Should be great.
Oh, you're going to be free in January, my dude?
Damn it. But this guy.
Probably.
It's always one step ahead of me.
Yeah, because look, it's not the game we talked about, but I got more music work if you want it.
Yeah, we'll talk.
All right.
But once I have like these songs that have been sitting on my hard drive is a collaboration between me and a friend. Once they're off the hard drive, they're all like polished and like off to DistroKid and off to Spotify and Pretzel and all those places. Then I'll have way more time to like look around at opportunities.
Yeah,
Do you guys do that thing in the US and Canada where when there's a pool table at a bar and you want to be the next person to play, you put like a quarter on the edge of the table to indicate you're lining up for it?
No, because I don't play pool.
Yes.
I also don't go to bars.
Yes.
Okay, I mean,
You mean you put it-
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm aware of
Yeah.
the courtesy of what you speak of, and it is a thing. here.
Okay, all right. So you need to put like a dime on top of drummer so that to reserve him for your project when he finishes his current one.
Oh, look, I mean, Drumurboy is an adult. He can pick whatever,
I mean,
Well,
he should
the thing
probably
is-
go with
Wants to work
that
on, so-
high-paying pornographic music.
It's not that high paying. We'll see how high paying it is when it comes out.
I think that Dave probably has a bigger budget than me for this.
Yeah, well, maybe not for single.
Those saxophone reeds aren't cheap though.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
guys order
say
those
it's
making
almost
problems.
all sex.
Yeah, maybe not for single tracks because this is a larger project. So I'm doing it for
And hi-hat. Don't forget the hi-hat.
Yeah, doing it for slightly cheaper for some back end revenue. Back end on a board game because that's the pun that I can get behind. But yeah, just been trying to get these tunes off the back burner that have been there for a year and a bit. And once that's done, I'll have like a lot more free time, especially with this randomizer system that I built for the last pack. That takes a lot of pressure off of building new products because I only have to do the sound design work, not like the hand design, like crafting them layer by layer together. I can kind of throw them through this algorithm that I built and then pick the best ones.
Cool.
Automation, semi-autonomous at least. And then just, I might actually look into reading books again because I haven't done that in a while.
I feel you on that fucking subject, my dude. Holy shit.
Nah, I
Like,
just devoured the new Brandon Sanderson book. It was excellent.
Oh, yeah.
well, look at you with spare time.
Listen, you motherfucker. First off, Cyberpunk 2077 just finished downloading on Steam. Number 2, I literally spent weeks and months trying to catch up on all of my shows and do Solaris Nights. And now that I've had some fucking time, I just beat Per Aspera out of nowhere. And I fucking beat its ass. The game was like, what if I was as long as possible and the last third of the game was super boring? And I was like, I want to see the fucking ending to you, Per Aspera. I'm going to fucking own you. And then I'm going to finish this Brandon Sanderson novel. And then I'm going to pile drive the sun into the moon. And I did all of that.
Isn't that the Mars game?
Yeah.
Where you build a city or something?
Yes.
Cool.
The game is good. It's surprisingly good, with the exception of the story triggers sometimes collide. There is a near 100% chance that you'll trigger more than one story event at the same time, and so events will play out of order. And the thing is that you can have it so you get like a chain of 5 events in a row and you just can't get out of any of them. So you're just stuck for like an hour listening to story events one after another. You're just like, guys, I just want to build my base, okay? I just want to build my base. And they're like, but my mother died. How do I deal with the death of my mother? And I'm like, I'm a fucking omniscient Mars terraforming AI. I don't give a shit about your dead mother. I have to save the human race.
You play Fate Grand Order, so you're used to getting locked into story stuff
Wow.
that you think that's best.
I don't want to hear this from Genshin Impact. Tell me about them Zhongli changes.
In Genshin Impact, you can skip the fucking cutscenes.
You can skip the cutscenes. You can skip the cutscenes in Fate Grand Order. Some people live that life.
You could.
Not when
don't.
There's a skip
like-
button in the upper right-hand corner. It's fucking enormous. They
There's
can't
like
make it any
9
larger. It's so huge.
I remember when I started that game, you couldn't fucking skip.
You could listen. You can skip.
But
You can
I
skip
don't
to your
have
fucking loo. Okay,
I don't have Zhongli, and I don't think I'll get him because
that's good because no one likes him.
yeah,
They're
he's
like, Zhongli, he's a core support that needs a support to be a support. And I'm like, that's complicated.
yeah.
Is
But
he the Earth dude, or is he the red-headed fuckboy that you meet?
he's the Earth dude. He's like the Geo Lord in human form.
Geo Lord.
I don't know
Okay.
what any of that means. I just know
Yep.
that people are upset. If their frustration could fuel a rocket, they would be to the moon and back right now. Okay?
I don't really care.
Damn.
Much like all of us trying to download 2077 tonight.
Wow.
Drumurboy, let me tell you, you might not be aware of the Venn diagram that you have no input in, but a lot of people are very happy that there are more men in that game. That is all I will say.
I mean, fair.
Yeah, I can't escape that shit, unfortunately. It surrounds me.
Yeah.
Listen, some people just want to watch grandpas fuck. That's all there is to it.
He's
Lemon party.
Damn it! Why?
Got anything else going on, drummer?
I knew I would hit someone. I wasn't sure who,
I'm like-
but
I have nothing to add after Lemon Party. Like,
Great. Let's go to Glimo.
Hey everyone, I'm Glimo. What did I do this week? Got a new motherboard so that hopefully I can run 2077 a little better. That was a big pain in the ass to replace, but got it done.
What graphics card you got though? That's the main question.
I've got a 2060, so
Yeah, that'll do it.
should I mean, well, it'll do.
I'm running fine on my 1080. I've got a 1080 on this computer and a 20.
What do you?
the other, and it's fine on the 1080.
So what are you running it at ultra wise? Are you ultra or?
I just hit new game. I didn't go to settings. I always go to settings
Wait,
first.
that's the man. That's what you do. At least
Yeah,
tell me you
right.
turned off motion blur.
No, he
all I know
actually
is-
doubled the motion blur. It's a special option.
Yeah. I had to go
It's
into
called
settings actually and
vomit
make
comment.
the mouse sensitivity was really low. I had to go in and pump up the mouse sensitivity because the character was like turning really, really slowly.
Oh, I hate that. Oh. All right, I'm gonna have to do that for
So
sure.
I can't 360 no scope somebody with that speed of mouse responsiveness.
I mean, I don't know if you could 360 no scope anybody anyway, but certainly not like that.
Well, not with a single bullet, at least. At least I got one thing right of Cyberpunk. It's
You get one of those
everyone's a fucking
one of
bullet
those like
sponge.
ultra wide mouse pads. They're like 3 swipes to turn like 90 degrees.
Swing your mouse around like this.
Yeah.
My graphics card suggests turning RTX off, which makes me really upset. The ray tracing. Oh no!
What do you got there?
How do you rate?
2070.
Okay.
You'll be fine on a 2070.
No,
Oh,
but I'll
well-
also be recording it in 60 FPS and 1080p. So
Oh,
Okay.
if you're doing all that shit, then no.
yeah, I don't think so. I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
wait until I get a
I've given up any dreams of streaming or recording. Just gonna play.
I'm gonna have to wait
That
until I
can
get the
PC, bro.
3000.
Sorry for interrupting you.
I'll buy it
You're
again on a
into-
PS5. What do you got?
I was going to publicly thank our generous referee GM Arthur for
Really?
gifting me the game
Oh, well,
because
you
I
didn't have
was
to
not.
talk about that. I just did that privately.
Yeah, I know you did, but I'm going to tell people that you're fucking generous and I appreciate it.
In the future, just keep it on
Man.
down low.
Then don't do
Damn,
nice. Don't do
Yeah,
nice
people
things.
don't need to know about how
Talk about
generous
it.
I am. They think
That's
that
where
I'm.
that's where your Patreon money's going, ladies and gentlemen.
What? No, that was out of my personal wallet. Don't say shit like that. I spend. Listen, there are certainly frivolous things I spend the Patreon money on, but not
Like
gifts for other
artists.
people or anything FGO related.
Yeah, but I appreciate it because I was talking last week. Like I didn't plan on buying it because it's going to be $90 fucking, and I'm a musician.
Yeah, as soon as you said that, I was
Arthur
like,
will
I can't have a member of this cast that's not playing it. I have to buy it for him. That's Christmas right there.
Yep.
You'll watch. Here's what will happen. Arthur will be like, "Man, my new cooking D&D show sure is good. Would be great if I had a
Oh
theme
my
song."
god,
Dunk,
Dave.
dunk,
I'm not
dunk,
a fucking
dunk.
mafioso. I just play one on TV.
I'll just bang a bunch of pots and pans together and be like, "There, it's on brand at least."
Yeah, just put a little guitar to it and like a catchy boom ba 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 ba, and
Yeah.
you're done.
You-
Something
you
you,
want
can
a
see two
$60
people
song?
standing
Here
back
you
to
go.
back to you while looking at the camera. Yeah.
Yeah. Like a sitcom intro, about 30 seconds of
Oh
one.
my God, Arthur, you really need to do that now. That's a brilliant idea.
What?
You know those little pop-ups that happen where it's just like two guys and a kid at 9 p.m. on on Thursday? Like just have those pop-ups.
You
on your
haven't
stream.
seen Solaris
all the
Nights, have
time.
you? No.
No, I don't watch mech games. Come on. Now.
All right. So what you don't know is that I've done a whole Sports Center intro for that, and every episode has a 1 to 2.5 minute long ad in universe canonical ads for products in the BattleTech universe.
Wait, do you need sports music?
I do need sports music because I've been going through it like fucking crazy. You know how hard it is to find good royalty-free sports music for me to buy? That's fucking tough,
I'll send
man.
I'll send you something on Discord because I did
All right.
like a sports. There's a local guy that was going to do like a football and sports podcast that had me do a theme song for him, but he never paid me, so I never delivered it.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
been sitting on my
That's how
hard
that
drive
works,
for 3
yeah.
years.
I
So you
mean,
can
we've
have it if
got
you
the
want.
Solaris Nights, the current intro, but maybe I can make this a better intro.
It's
and
very short.
I do need to make a new one. I do have to make a new one because, never mind. People who watch Solaris Nights will find out tomorrow.
I'll throw.
I think,
I'll throw it
ladies and
to-
gentlemen, we just witnessed a completion of a trade. Cyberpunk 2077 for old.
Oh yeah,
Sports
no, we
Center
bartered.
music.
Yeah, we went fucking
Yeah.
Fantasyland classic right there.
Glimo.
Yeah,
wait,
Glimo, what else you got going on
No,
besides
I've forgotten at this point.
you were at Motherboard, good enough to play?
There's really nothing. I've been working too much.
Are you working for the weekend or are you working for the weekend?
I'm actually working on the weekend this
So you're working
weekend,
for the
'cause
weekend, but not working
I have a customer
for.
that we're upgrading the power system in their server room this weekend. So
Oh, great. That's fun.
yeah, so I get to shut their whole system down Friday night, spend all day Saturday waiting for the electricians, and then try to turn everything back on and hope it all still works. That's exactly
Those
what
words
I
are
wanted to do.
terrifying to me. Turn
That's
it back on and hope it all still works.
That's exactly what I wanted to do on Cyberpunk.
That's the worst
2077
part
all
about
these
my
weekends.
actual profession.
Was-
At the end of the day, Arthur, I think that everybody's really working for the weekend.
So
James, it's
For me, I work on the weekend.
see, that's the thing, James. It's about the emphasis. You either work for the weekend or you work for the weekend. Everyone falls into one or two categories in that regard.
How about just always working? That's where I'm at.
James, speaking of you, let's talk about you.
Hello, I'm James, aka Grimdarkjames, aka V, as I'm known in Night City, where I just got back from 20 minutes ago. Yeah, I got
The only
game installed
person
and
to go
I tried
there,
it out.
right?
That's it so far in this particular cadre.
V stands for veteran, as it turns out.
So now that Cyberpunk's out, the next thing I'm waiting for is on December 13 is Recipe for Seduction on Netflix. Has anybody
What is
encountered
that?
this yet?
What is that?
It's a joke 15-minute mini movie that is actually it's a romantic drama which is actually an ad for Kentucky Fried Chicken. So
I'd fucking watch that. That sounds good.
Wow.
it says here, so Mario Lopez will star as the nation's best-known fried chicken spokesman in a steamy Lifetime mini-movie that hinges less on the chain's secret recipe of 11 herbs and spices and more on dysfunctional family dynamics and forbidden love.
That sounds exactly like the fucking. Okay, so KFC made a dating sim where you date Colonel Sanders.
KFC also had listen, KFC has done a lot of crossovers.
KFC
Colonel
gaming
Sanders is
legitimately
actually
the best
a
thing
Marvel
ever.
superhero. He's
Fuck off.
canonically a Marvel superhero after a crossover. Yeah.
What's his power?
The 11 herbs and spices.
Yeah.
What does he throw them at people? And they
Listen,
just go,
man,
that's
with
tasty."
enough
dude.
money, you can overcome any problem if you're KFC.
Galaxy Brain Phase 6 Big Bad. Instead of 6 eternal Infinity Stones, it's 11 herbs and spices.
That's it.
Oh shit!
I've already figured out one of them salt, so I'm almost there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but salt comes from Earth. And that's like, man, we're the only planet in the galaxy with salt? How weird is that?
Also, if we're the only planet with salt, we're the only planet with MSG. Could take over the world.
All right,
Think
sorry, it's
about
not
that.
Marvel, it's DC. Colonel Harlan David Sanders is the founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Despite
Harlan
being a
David.
colonel, he is a Kentucky colonel, not a military colonel. He has no superpowers and his abilities are cooking and business. He showed up in the Superfans book Countdown to Crisis 1981.
Here's a question for you. Without Googling it, what service was Harlan Sanders a colonel in?
I mean, he's a Kentucky colonel, so
Yeah, no service. You're right. It is a honorary title.
listen, you want to talk about honorary titles, you talk about the fucking Queen of England being the Admiral of Iowa or whatever the shit that is. The only triple landlocked state in the United States that has no navy.
When I was a kid, I didn't know Colonel was spelled like that. So I saw it and I thought, like, Colonel Sander? That sounds like an awful disease.
It still looks so weird to me to say Colonel. Like, that doesn't match with the way English works. But
If you want to laugh, look up the Mongolian Navy. World's largest landlocked country has one boat in its navy. Most of its crew can't actually swim.
Nice.
Man.
You think that's bad though, Drumurboy? When I was a kid, this is one of the cringe moments that I think of sometimes when I'm in the shower and I'm just like, ooh, damn it. Hey.
Trying to
Yeah.
go to bed and you're like, remember how stupid you were? Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, my friend told me one day, "Oh yeah, my brother made a website for corn," and my head just went tick, 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 tick. Ding. Why the fuck would he make a website about a vegetable?
Nice.
even I knew you meant corn with a K, Dave. Come on now.
And I just couldn't fathom why someone would do that.
I'm with you,
Questioning
Dave.
About it. It's like,
My first thought was the 40K deity corn, but then when I realized you weren't talking about that, my next thought was going to the vegetables. So my third thought was for the band. So
oh my god, it was a time of GeoCities and fucking.
It was a time of GeoCities. Cyberpunk 2077.
The Mongolian Navy is maybe the only navy in the world that the Canadian Navy could win against.
I
MySpace
don't think that's
is
true.
a city of
Canada
dreams.
actually has a pretty good navy.
hey, Canada's got the world's largest coastline.
We've got 30 ships.
That's more than Mongolia. You think
Yeah.
Liechtenstein out here is just gonna like send a lifeboat after you?
I like the idea that in the Canadian Navy is actually like the march they do, like the Navy seamen do, is because they have to march on the ice out to the boats. Like that's why they do the march.
Listen, all you need is one weapon larger than a 50 cal, and you're pretty good against 99.9% of the ships in the entire world.
Why is the Canadian Navy march so weird looking? Like they're flailing around. Oh, they're acting like they're slipping on ice.
Wow. Canadian Navy, I apologize. I don't know why everyone's taking shots at you.
I mean, no, that's some fucking
Canadian
friendly
Navy.
fire right there if I've ever seen it before. So.
Listen,
Just
we don't
out
need to
for
talk
a
about the
sheep, are you,
Canadian.
bud?
We don't need to talk about Canadian Armed Forces and friendly fire right now. Okay,
Yeah.
they're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. Canada's like, you don't hear about us much, but we're as fucked up as the States.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like your guys' police beat the ass off of just about everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, like we literally burnt down shipping or like fishing huts of people that legally have the certificates to fish there because they're native.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, it's fucked up.
James, you got anything else going on?
No, look, I've just been playing Immortal Phoenix Rising up until today, waiting for Cyberpunk. Now, I think that I've got the next several days sorted out until my holidays start next week. I've got 3 weeks off starting in a week, so looking forward to that.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Are you the type of guy that will finish a game though when you start it, or are you the type of guy that's just like, I've had enough of this one, thank you?
So, Dave, were you saying before that that your wife was considering having children at some point? Is that something that you think is in your future?
Oh boy, this
Singular
conversation
child,
just raised
yes.
so many red flags, but please proceed, Governor.
So the thing I discovered about gaming post children is all my gaming happens 20 minutes at a time. You know, so games like Call of Duty are pretty good for me because I can literally do a level and then go away and have to deal with, you know, a child who's shat themselves / needs the Xbox unlocked / is punching another child. And I think that that how well a game can handle that jump in, jump out really does affect my likelihood of finishing games.
So that's a no on
I'm like that
Cyberpunk.
now
and
without a
probably,
kid. So.
Yeah,
Probably
Rad
no on
literally
Baldur's
just had
Gate.
this discussion on
That's
Discord.
probably
gonna
a no on Baldur's Gate 3.
It's going to be hard. Like, I mean, I was a big fan of obviously like the Bioware RPGs, and I've never finished Dragon Age Inquisition because that is like the first one that came out when I had
What?
all of my kids, you know. So I finished all the Mass Effects. I finished 2 of the Dragon Age, but never finished Inquisition because it was just too hard to keep going back to in between stints of managing screaming miniature humans.
I don't
I was-
listen. I don't know whether you dodged a bullet there or really missed out because Inquisition was a mixed bag, but the good stuff was good.
Yeah.
So I have a story like that because the other day I was playing Like a Dragon, the Yakuza game, and I was like, I just started a cutscene. I'm like, okay. The wife comes in and is like, "Are you coming to bed?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be there in like, I don't know, 5 minutes."
Uh-oh.
2 hours later,
Uh-oh.
I can save the fucking game. 2 hours. Fuck.
Uh-oh.
That's
Yeah,
why
anyway.
that's why you just find a spot that no one will suddenly get in a battle with you.
No,
and just,
it's a cutscene. It plays like a video, and then it like jumps
it was
into
a
another
2-hour
one.
cutscene.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is a man who doesn't know about the 54-minute Metal Gear Solid cutscene.
I know about it, but I've
played
never
all the
played it.
Metal Gears.
I've
And-
never owned a PlayStation, so I know about it, but I've never experienced it.
They should really bring that to PC. That whole thing.
I mean, they should
would play that
remake
game.
Metal Gear Solid. They're about to make a Metal Gear Solid movie. It's prime time to get that 4K Solid Snake.
I don't think Konami will ever do that.
Konami
they-
doesn't exist.
no, hang on.
Or
Hold
the
Hold
what's
up.
his name? Crazy
They
Man.
did remake Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, but they only
there
made
is
it 1080p. Now we need the 4K 60 FPS Ultra remix.
They have a Metal Gear Solid HD edition,
Yeah, it's not that good.
and it comes with 2 and 3 on the PlayStation 3. That's where I played it. Also comes with 4, I think, and
I'm
it also comes
talking
with like
modern
Metal Gear Walker
graphics. Okay.
and another thing.
What are your thoughts on Oscar Isaac as Solid Snake, though?
I'm
I
with
like
it.
the
I'm
fact he
into
was picked because of his ethnic ass, as he calls it. That's very canon to the Solid Snake experience.
Yeah, he needs to have a badunkadunk for sure. Like
So he's gonna be Duke Leto and Solid Snake.
That's so weird.
So, Dave,
every time I see that guy, I think Arthur's compliment of him calling me him. I'm like, I don't know, man.
Listen. Imagine the only movie you know of is Seven. In this room of people, you
He's
are
talking
the
about Star
Poe
Wars, by the way.
Dameron of our Star Wars group, okay? You're our Poe Dameron. There's no fucking contest.
Who's the bromance that I get then?
I don't know. Can any of us truly be the first freed stormtrooper, Finn? Like, I don't know that any of us vibe with that. James is Snoke, for sure.
Makes sense.
I feel like either Glimo or myself, depending on what mood we're in, can be General Hux. Because
All right,
that's the
Drummer
movie where
Boy-
Hux is at his best. And he's like, this huge machine that we have built during his like evil Nazi sing-song speech.
Yeah,
that is the fucking...
Don't bring me into any of the new movies.
No.
I
Drummer Boy
like
is
Hux. That is
definitely-
literally premium. That moment right there is probably the best moment of the whole movie.
All right. The Drummer Boy is
that's a
definitely
really-
100%. He is 100% pissed off old ass Luke Skywalker.
But
Like-
in the first movie, old ass Luke Skywalker isn't pissed off. He only shows up for the last 2 seconds.
Yeah,
to
no, that's exactly Drummer Boy. He's the guy that's just like, my father's lightsaber. Fuck this shit. That's Drummer Boy right there. If I've ever seen it.
Glimo is apparently Chewbacca because he doesn't really want to be here for the movie.
And it's not even
Glimo-
the right guy in the suit. Yeah,
But they
that's
can't get rid of
exactly
him.
Glimo is that fucking penguin thing that keeps showing up everywhere. That's what Glimo
I hated
is.
those things. They were so dumb.
Hogs, or what they're called.
Yeah.
So, Dave, just to get back to the life advice I was trying to dispense to you.
All right,
yeah.
children.
Let me tell you that I met my wife at a role playing convention. You know, she was a cosplayer. She played a lot of the sort of campaigns I ran, helped me run LARPs in the past. When we had kids, since we've had kids, we had one aborted campaign she tried to play and it just didn't work out. And then now she puts shit at me for being a gamer and being a nerd. So
Wow.
just keep in mind that that wives, they're pretty cool until they have kids sometimes. I still love my wife, but she's not cool anymore. Or maybe I'm not cool and she got cool. I don't know, but
I don't know. I mean,
Nah, you
when
just
your
need to
wife-
wait for your
when-
kids to go to college, and then she'll become cool again in your
yeah.
eyes.
Well, see what I'm
Not that
what I'm
she's
doing is
not
I'm
cool
making-
now, just that you don't think she's cool.
Yeah, I'm making them gamers. She told me I had to pick one child I couldn't make a gamer, and I said no deal. They're all being made gamers. So
So here's the level that we're at. So James, you're like here, right? You and your wife are like here. My wife is like up here because she's like, I one day I had a conversation with her and I was like, honey, I want to make porn, and she's like, okay. So, as far as like acceptance goes, I don't know. I think I got the edge up on this one. We'll see though. We'll
Dave
see though
Traeger,
because
everybody. Dave Traeger.
Don't
Got
hate
anything
the
else,
game.
James?
no, I want to see this dirigible. Let's get this dirigible thing happening.
So,
We've got a dirigible to burn.
well, I didn't get to do my intro, but
sorry.
I'll skip my intro just to say,
Oh, what's Primo's intro?
Jesus, calm down. I just wanted to say one thing, and it's not Dave get in the fucking roll 20. It's I am using a podcaster filter on my voice tonight, so if I sound a little different, that's why. I don't know if it's better or worse, or if there's been literally any change at all.
I haven't noticed.
sound
But in
exactly
my
the
tests,
same.
it seemed like it made negligible but non-bad change.
The only
So-
the only thing I noticed is you don't have a microphone in your camera anymore.
Well, I mean, it's just like several inches away.
I see.
Yep. And the other thing to note is that you won't hear it because it's not on Zoom, it's through OBS.
Right.
So you guys won't
You
hear
sound
the difference.
exactly the same.
That's it.
I'm ignoring everything you're saying and just telling you this. Yeah.
Will ABS change our voices as well, though? Like, will we all be affected
No,
by it?
because you
Do we
guys
all
are
sound
on a
like
different.
chipmunks?
You're on a
Ooh.
different audio
Can you
channel.
give me a higher pitch, Arthur?
No.
If you're doing that, can you do that?
No.
Did I tell you the story of the World of Warcraft headphones?
No, but I feel like this is going to be a good one.
Do you remember that when they had the officially branded World of Warcraft headphones?
Oh, I remember when
like,
they had the officially branded World of Warcraft credit card, but please go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So I bought those headphones, and they were from Creative Studios. They're actually a piece of shit in the end, but they came with a software package, and one of the features of the software package was that you could pick any race and gender combination from World of Warcraft, like troll male, orc female, etc., and it would apply a voice filter to your voice to do that. And the software was fucking buggy as hell. Like it would turn on and off itself. And I remember I was like doing a pickup group with a raid at one point, and I've been raiding with these people for like an hour, and and someone said, "I like your accent," and I'm like, "Yeah, okay, thanks." And then the guy said, "Yeah, Aussie chick sounds so hot." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I went and looked at the software, and it had fucking turned itself on as blood elf female, and I'm like, "Okay, so do I stop now and explain it, and have to fucking explain that, or do I just keep playing?"
Just
Do
go
I
with
find a
it.
way to leave the group and
Go with it.
Okay, here's what you say. It's like, hey, do you mind if I need these rolls real quick? And then you say yes. And then you unflick it. He's like, thanks, fellas. See you later. By the way, I hate the new Roll20 like intro thing. Where's that green boy? I need that green boy back. In
I
the
have
chat.
no idea
Oh.
what the hell Dave is talking about.
Look at the roll thing. There's a brand new thing there.
Okay.
I hate it.
Yes.
I like it. The green thing was fucking horrible.
Yeah, but the green thing tells you where you start. It's very easy to
There's a
follow.
giant
The
Roll20 logo.
The green
No.
thing at least would clear like your
It
The
would clear
previous
half
thing.
of the screen instead of only a quarter. Oh my god. You guys cannot handle change, huh?
Arthur,
Jesus, these
think about all
boomers
of
over
the free
here.
promotion that Roll20 is going to get because they slapped their fucking logo right there. Think about that.
Hey, I'll be
0%?
right back. My wife is sending me by text message downstairs. I think she probably heard me talking about it. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
We were going to get started, but instead, we're not going to get started.
Hey, Arthur.
Yes.
Arthur, show us your dirigible, man. Come on. Show us it.
This
Come
is literally a man who I introduced as saying puts the dong in dongle.
Is Primo gonna
Just
give
whip
us
out-
a
You guys are so
Just whip out
thirsty
the
for this
dirigible.
Primo content. It's going to happen, guys. Don't worry. Primo's in this episode.
I just want to know if Primo is gonna give us a commemorative coin.
No, he's not Glimo. He's Primo. They're different characters.
Sure.
Wow.
New Game Plus is just like the cyber version of
Glimo will give you a commemorative coin. He'll give you one
There
of
you
those
go.
Mardi Gras tokens. It has the power
actually,
to
no, this
compel
is
people
like a
to
bead
take their
necklace.
shirts off.
that's pretty sick.
Is that a roulette
This is
table?
an NSA challenge coin.
Wow. What are you doing with that thing?
No reason.
Yeah, see,
Don't
there
have
it
for
is.
any particular reason. Good luck, charm.
Yeah, good luck, Char. Protects you from being backhacked. Listen, I had a whole intro sequence, even though I promised to stop doing these, where I was like, all right, cyber crackers, I'm going to do the Keanu Reeves intro sequence, but then people were talking, and I was like, I'm just going to fucking abandon it.
Oh shit,
Samurai.
Dave!
CD to play.
Whatever you did last time to fix your cam, your little glitchy thing is back.
Yeah, he's back. He's
Yeah,
a
it's
little
back.
glitchy. He wanted me
Another
to
news,
fix
my
him
wife
being
wanted
a
to give me
little pitchy.
a brownie.
No.
Oh, well,
I'm
listen,
not.
brownie summons
that's
are
way better. That's
listen,
way better.
yeah. I was gonna
than,
say brownie summons. That's the top tier, right? Like you
Got like
rolled
3
gotcha
millimeters
and you hit the
pound of
5
sugar
star.
on top, though.
Let me set the scene for you, right? James slowly peeks his head around the corner. He's like, "Yeah, yes, honey," and she's like, stares at you for a second, and you're thinking, "Oh man, she heard everything. I'm dead. I'm so dead right now." It's like, "Would you like a brownie?" You're just like, "Oh."
Well, she thinks I'm on a work call right now. Like I did not that I lied to her. It's just that she thinks I'm on a work call if I'm in my room with the door locked. So
Mhm.
I don't know
Don't
what to say
disturb
to
me
that.
when I'm doing my work.
In 10 minutes, James is going to drop dead because it's a trapped brownie. She did
Trap
hear
brownies
everything.
just made their way into Food Dungeon.
She did hear everything.
They're
And now
they're
now you're
mimics that
done
look
for.
like brownies, but you eat them and they attack you from the inside.
There you go.
right, this isn't powdered
I
sugar on
hate
top. This is
that.
borax.
It's got that real earthy tone to it. What is this? Asbestos?
All right, pull it together. I've already wrote down that this is the skip time button. Who remembers what happened last time? There's a fucking airship. That's all that matters.
I think exactly.
But an airship, we know they
No,
have.
we're not doing a recap. It's the airship. Your whole lives were consumed by the airship. If you don't remember that, audience, you fucked up. Because this whole episode's going to be airship based.
You know,
Airship,
the
Primo of the Western
Gale.
Gale.
So wait, can we just
Wow, you really want to do this?
just meet the nomads at the airstrip?
God.
Jesus,
Yeah, you
calm
know what?
down.
I'm feeling that now too. You know.
So the first thing we see is a glass of water that is half empty, and we hear a voice say, "Is this glass half empty or half full?" And then we see a metal arm holding a sledgehammer come down in slow motion and smash the glass. They take the faceplate off of their Metal Gear, and we see it's Dante Fierro. And he turns to the camera and says, "I think that there's a third option. The glass is destroyed. Hello, I'm Emperor Dante Fierro. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a playmaker, and I think outside the box. Third-party innovation solutions are what Purgatory Unlimited brings to you." Someone switches the channel, and it is a 6-year-old girl. She's like a little blonde hair, blue-eyed girl wearing a tiara and like a cute pink dress. And she's addressing the camera and going, "And that's why I'm looking for donations to my GoFundMe. Ever since Setanta bullied me and said bad things about me, I'm looking to hire a corporate solo that will find him, stalk him on the playground, and kick him over in front of everyone. Send your donations today. Text 553-867-5309.
Can I make one change,
GoFundMe
Arthur?
look like in
Yes,
the
please
fucking
go ahead. Make whatever
2020?
change you want.
Instead of changing the channel, it's going to be like the VHS recorded over itself thing with like the old screen. What you-
Of course.
It's got like the decaying like
Yeah.
VHS things in the corner. Oh, no.
Video
then it
Kill
flips-
the Radio Stars playing in the background for no
And then
reason.
it flips for like in half a second. You see Ty Lopez in front of a Lambo talking about books.
Oh, and whatever Richard Gere doing like exercise dances or whatever the fuck it was. Was it Richard Gere? No.
All
Who
of
was the
you
guy?
have been invited to arrive via your own transportation to a location where you will be brought to your final destination. You will meet with Primo, and from there he will introduce you to your pilot, and you will leave as soon as you have been briefed, and the two sides complete contract negotiations.
Mandatory safety demonstration.
Yeah, something like that, except with a
It
lot
was
more.
Richard Simmons. Sorry, my bad. It was Richard Simmons. No, Richard Gere. Had to double check
Very
that.
different.
Two very different people.
Just record a new skip point here, Arthur.
How do all of you arrive to the meeting point? So this is like an empty parking lot at the edge of suburbia, at the edge of corporate suburbia, which fades into a less nice but independent and New Jersey suburbia, which surrounds the third circle of Redline City. This suburbia gives way towards the wilds of New Jersey, but it's a nice place to live. It's not as good as living in a corporate zone, of course, but it's okay for an independent zone. Probably no one will steal your car if you leave it here. And if you do lose your car, the cops might even track it down for you. So how do you all arrive? I'm talking, some of you sounded like you were walking in with an armory and a case full of ammunition, and others were just like, I'm just going to show up.
Well, that's an interesting conundrum you've put forward, because how do you park a car in a place like this
You just
and not
park.
expect it to be stolen? How do we normally park our cars? Like,
just park them. Dave, how often does your car get stolen?
well, I mean, like you made a mention about it, like,
Yes.
so now I'm thinking about it.
Oh my god. Okay, look, you can arrive by taxi. You're just being picked up by a black SUV, black stretch SUV, to take you to Primo's place.
All right, yeah, taxi it is.
Okay.
Taxi with got my overnight bag. Yeah.
Do you
Suit
have
it
any
up.
obvious weapons as you get out?
It's in the bag.
Okay.
I got my rifle in the bag.
Okay, so it's a long bag.
After
It's a
Wolf,
hockey bag.
It's got it's not a sniper rifle. It's just an assault rifle. So
That's
Yeah,
still
so-
several feet long.
Yeah.
So a hockey bag.
Yeah.
Gym bag. So,
I mean, I was thinking duffel
I was
bag
thinking
when I hear
like a
overnight
rifle's
bag,
this big, right? So an overnight bag is like
but the only
yeah,
rifle
like
I know that's
a carbine is about that long. If it's a
yeah,
carbine,
I would. The length you are gesturing to is like a FNP90, not like a rifle.
all right, fine. I got my assault rifle.
That is not an assault rifle either. You're gesturing too wide now. You went past it.
How about this? Is this good enough? So my other hand is the bottom of it.
I don't
Can you see
understand. Are you doing your dong now? Calm down, Dave.
do you know, AP? Would you say that the sniper system can be taken down, like can be disassembled? I mean,
No, I don't think it can be disassembled because it
What?
specifically has all sorts of like extra cyber parts on it. I think it has to go in like a long hockey bag like thing. Like it's too delicate to be disassembled easily.
anything inside it, anything that I would argue anything that fits inside the jacket category should be able
That
to be
rifle
fit into
does
a
not
bag.
fit
it's
within
not.
the jacket.
It's not concealable.
That is it's a fucking extended length sniper rifle with a built-in suppression system and like a suite of cyber enhancements.
All right, so here's how you do it then. You get two identical bags that both look like sniper rifles, except one of them doesn't have a sniper rifle in it.
The other one has a cat in it, and you never know which one is which until you open it.
Yeah, exactly. Schrodinger's sniper rifle.
does
Just looking at the picture too, it's a bullpup as well. So yeah, that would make
It's a
it harder.
bullpup rifle?
It is, yeah.
Wow.
does
Okay.
Bishop have the archery thing, or are you just
He's
going-
learning
bought
the
a chip,
archery
but I'm
chip.
still, yeah, that's it. When I'm doing nothing, I'm seeing they're just making archery motions unconsciously as my brain's trying to.
Wow,
know,
that's so
Because-
cute.
Doing this all the
What's it
time,
called? Cute of you. You don't need to learn how to shoot the bow 100 times. You only need to shoot the bow once perfectly, and then mimic that for the rest of your life.
Because I would have, if Colton knew that, he would have like made special capsules of the sleep drug for arrow tip.
Look, if that
I
arrow
don't
goes
think you can do
inside of a
that. Not
motherfucker,
yet.
they're dead. Like
You can put them in paintballs,
Yeah, okay.
or you can put
Ooh.
them in Pascal's needle gun, right? Does
There
it?
is a
well,
special arrow you can buy that you can attach grenade type explode. Like anything you can put into a 20mm grenade, you can put onto this arrow tip, but it halves the range and reduces accuracy because it's.
What are you, the green
'Cause you're
arrow
shooting
now?
a
Well, like I was just thinking something to like make a dispersion, like a pepper ball, but for sleep.
It's
drug.
called a gas grenade. Yeah, you should look into them.
I'll throw the grenade, then shoot the grenade with the arrow to knock the pin out. How about that?
There you go.
Ooh, now we went Far Cry. Okay.
Or you could go 2077 and pull the pin with a 30-foot Cat 5 cable. Fine, I won't do that. But I have made a few extra doses for Glimo if he should need them, and then my finger dose if I ever get it close enough to anyone to use it.
Okay.
Great.
Glimo, what are you showing up with?
I am showing up with all of my handguns that are pocket concealable, so they're just in my coat, and a few kilos of C6 just should I happen to need it.
Oh, did we buy those gas masks, by the way?
Yes, we did.
You're probably going to want to have them, yeah. For however useful they might be. All right, so all of you are invited to step into a black stretch SUV when you arrive. There doesn't appear to be a driver of this vehicle, but the door opens as you approach it.
How much is the gas mask, by the way? Did anyone look that
30
Oh, huh.
days.
up? Okay.
By the way, I checked. I just confirmed that my Medtech light assault rifle is not concealable, apparently. So
Yeah, most
Okay.
assault rifles are not.
that's okay, though. We'll be fine.
I mean, you can still put it under a coat. It's just obvious you're holding something under a coat.
Yes. I
That's
want to
why I wanted
remind
to
you.
have it in my bag. So I was
I want to
like,
remind you that ownership of an automatic weapon anywhere within the continental United States is still a felony offense. It's 5 years in prison, so don't get caught with that.
It's a bump stock.
Wow. Listen, what would be... No, don't, James. Just don't. Please, never again assault and bump stock. No.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No,
Google it.
just don't. Don't look into it. Don't even think about it. Forget you ever heard the words.
All right.
I'm in deep pain, James. I'm in deep pain.
My job is complete.
You all are given, like, when you get inside, there's like a champagne bottle in a bucket of ice, and there's 4 glasses sitting out for you. And the vehicle does not appear willing to start until you buckled yourselves in.
I really thought you were going to say the vehicle wouldn't start until we popped the cork.
No. No, the divider has like a waiting for passengers sign
Primo,
that
you party
flashes.
animal.
I
And
did
it
the
has
thing
like
where I put the seatbelt in and then sit on the chair.
all right, one of the 4 seatbelt signs goes off when Wolfgang cleverly bypasses the weight sensor.
I know the importance of seatbelts and helmets. I have my new head protection.
I
with me.
get in and buckle up.
I like the idea that when we get into...
And also pop the cork on the champagne in case that's what makes the vehicle go forward.
I also like the idea that you buckle in, then you try and reach it, but you can't. So you like unbuckle, grab it, and then buckle yourself back in.
Like got the child protection thing where like move too fast and get locked on you.
Bishop, quick question, just asking for non-ominous reasons. Are you buckling in as well?
Yes.
All right, at the moment you're all buckled in. The car
Watch
starts
this.
and begins driving.
This is the dirigible. It takes off.
We knew you were going to come after us. That's why we found information about you and attacked you first.
Oh shit. We should have seen this coming.
The
Hello,
double
pirate assaulters.
forward
Welcome to my
betrayal.
trap. Now that you're all stuck inside of the prison, I cleverly stuck behind seatbelts.
It turns
You
out
will never leave.
it turns out they are my family who I thought was killed, but were not.
You watch as you're driven out into the New Jersey countryside until you find a row of mansions, or at the very least, it's an entranceway to a series of mansions. It's like a gated community, and there's clearly a security service these people have all pulled together in order to defend the area from the depredations of raiders or just homeless people coming out of Redline City. You go through one of the gates and you arrive at the manor of Primo. So, Pascal, you know that Primo is a netrunner who's made the transition to Fixer a while back. He's not really in the business anymore. He's semi-retired, but he does get involved in jobs that he feels passionate about. As you all get out of the vehicle, two women are stepping into a sports car, and Bishop, your warrant sensor trips off your Times Square marquee to indicate that these women have several warrants out for prostitution and solicitation. When you all enter, you find Primo just wandering around his mansion in a bathrobe. He's also wearing a black catsuit with a plunging V neckline, extremely pale, huge eyebrows, like majestic eyebrows, well done black mascara, makeup, eyelash game, 100% premium. When he sees you all, he says, welcome. I'm Primo, or as you might know me from my old air piracy days, the Western Gale.
This guy is played by Jeff Goldblum.
Suddenly has a staff. Welcome.
Yeah.
He lays on the couch like he did in Jurassic Park, and he's just like heaves his chest up and down a bunch, and he's like, so business.
I hope your air piracy days aren't too far behind you. This is what we need right now.
Yes, well, I happen to know a few people in the game, including Sparrowhawk, who's agreed to take on your contract. He's out back preparing his flight, the Thunderchild. I just went in to speak with you briefly about the terms of the contract. I believe we agreed to 8,000 Eurobucks, correct?
One at 10.
I'll look over at Pascal.
1 to 10.
I thought you guys had lowered it down to 8.
If he's saying 8, then I'm saying
No,
yes.
that was my problem. He says, I believe we settled on 10,000 Eurobucks.
No, if he says 8, I'm like, I paid you 10.
No, he says 10.
Like, meanwhile, the next time we're all alone, I'm like, fuck you guys for not being cool. Yes.
That was my mistake, not Primo's. Calm down.
I should know.
How
I
many
paid all
firefighters
of
have
it.
we got into you for again? I can't remember.
I should know it was 10. I paid all of it.
Right?
No, I thought I put some. I thought I put it like $2,000 in.
I have in my
No.
notes that Drummer put up all 10 for
I was at 13K of organ cash, so I just took the 10.
Okay. But you do expect to be repaid for your bounty.
That's
I
right.
do,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
That
if we
I
get more
remember.
at the same time,
Provided we
that's-
don't all die.
Well, it's unusual to hear about air piracy nowadays. That age has passed more or less, but some of us still keep an eye out, and Viva Libre is something of a problem for me and several of my friends, so I'm willing to get involved.
Any cameras in the room, Arthur?
No. There are several game consoles and what seems to be like hollow sets and something that's like a massive 8-person. It would be like a party bong, except it's clearly a net running deck. But there are no cameras. There are plenty of electronic devices, but nothing.
So I'm clearly like looking around, like going over to the like corners of the room, and like
Yeah, there's probably
looking
a
at
quarter
things
of a
and whatnot.
million eddies worth of artwork in here.
I was like, so you do all your work out of this room?
Oh, this is just my foyer.
I thought you were a fixer.
Yeah. Most of my
And you let
fixing is
people-
done on the net.
Ah, why the face to face this time then? What makes us so
He
special?
looks at Coltan and makes a face and then turns back to you and says, "A special occasion.
Any chance I can human perception
You
what he was?
can human perception.
All right.
That is what we
Right.
call a GM prompt."
I get.
I would like
+2
to
for
get in
my
on this too, as well.
Sure.
stress
Go
analyzer.
ahead. A 15 is not going to get it for you here.
How about a 13 though?
No,
Huh?
13 is also not going to get it for you.
What's
Do we
the
roll
base?
the exact same roll? Oh,
You're
no.
looking for an 18 to read this expression. You just rolled a 1, Glimo. Wow.
What's the base on this?
Human perception is based on is
Empathy?
it empathy.
Yeah, yes, I believe it is because I got
Yes.
6 in mine. So yeah.
I could give it a shot. I won't be very good though. No. Not exactly empathetic.
I mean, did you roll a 1 like a certain somebody?
No,
No.
he didn't.
I
Yeah,
rolled a
you rolled
two.
a
Roll a
2.
2.
So, while the rest of you are unable to read Primo the Western Gale's expression, Pascal accidentally says out loud, "Oh, fuck, this guy's ice cold." And everybody's just like, "What?" You don't even realize that you mumbled, Pascal.
Nice.
He just kind of,
Since I know I'm not, Colton knows he's not very good at human perception. Could I awareness notice something in the room that would give me a hint as to what he was looking at me for?
yes, I will allow it.
Fuck.
No, roll a d10 again.
I turn around and fart. With
One
my
of, it's
pants
been one of
down.
those days.
Yeah.
Country road.
For the folks at home, he fumbled.
Take me home.
Okay.
Well, at least it's not that bad. It's bad, but it's not that bad.
It's a good thing that one of these bad luck days happens on the day we're assaulting a blimp in the air.
Yep.
Get all the ones out now, boys.
I think it's just like abundantly clear that Colton doesn't like this guy already. He gave him a weird look.
Yeah, okay. So he gives you a weird look back and says, "Well, look. When it comes to air piracy, I like to take a personal hand, and normally my man Sparrowhawk would be charging what we would call a roaming fee for going down to Georgia, but I'll be covering that, so you don't have to worry about it. Now, you should note his craft is not armed. If it needs to be defended, that's up to you. If he gets in the sort of danger that he thinks he can't handle, he's going to bail out, and I need you to know that ahead of time and be ready to agree to it. You good with that? He's not going to die for your mission. If the whole aircraft gets in trouble, he's the captain of that ship, and if he thinks you need to get out, I need you all to be behind that. Safety
I'm
first.
not in the habit of being in the back pocket of someone because they feel generous. Why are you upfronting this extra cost that you just mentioned now?
He turns to look at Coltan and says,
Why you keep looking at me?
"You don't recognize me, do you? That's fine. Look,
No,
I'm
should I?
repaying a favor to an old friend, one I didn't think I'd have the opportunity to ever repay. It costs you nothing. You're not in my debt. I'm not in your debt. I'm getting you to where you need to go without racking up roaming fees. Everybody's good. You good with that?"
Good with that.
Is there a lat check I can make on this, Arthur?
Well, you've already failed a human perception.
Oh, okay. So that's
yeah,
what that
that's
would
what human
be?
perception
Okay,
is. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, like he's inscrutable. You just are the eyebrows. You're drawn to them.
Yeah. Okay.
He says, "Look, Bonez, right? Coltan Bonez, skateboarding doctor.
Yeah, did I fuck something up on you too?
No, heard a little bit about you. You've been making waves in nomad circles. Not too many people that use the poon nowadays. People in my family have respect for someone like you. People in my line of work have respect for someone like you. Not many people nowadays that are willing to be a doctor and to treat people with the kind of respect."
I think you have something mistaken. I don't respect people. I like puzzles.
Maybe I know you a little better than you think. What
I
do you know
sincerely do.
about your parents?
I know they died.
Yeah. I think that's the first time, like, he smirks and he nods and he turns away. Like, when you say that, it's the first real show of emotion you've gotten from him.
You're laughing because my parents died?
I'm laughing because I knew your parents, kid. Thought it was obvious by now. So he rolls back up one of his sleeves and he's got a series of nomad tattoos from like his left wrist all the way down to the elbow. It's clear it still goes up further. There's like airship iconography. There's words in Italian that are all mixed in. There's like street lingua. But yeah, it's clear that this guy was like a no shit air pirate back in the day. It's hard to say what all this means without a further check, but probably it's like a list of his crimes and deeds.
Drumurboy, you got sub vocals?
No.
Who here has sub vocals? James, I know you do, potentially, right?
No, I don't. I've got a internal telephone.
Okay,
I've got this.
I'm gonna call you.
I've got the hearing module, so I can hear you, but I can't.
Oh, you wait. I'm not gonna. There's not gonna be any spoken words here.
Okay.
Basically, so I will call James. I call.
You call the phone of Marcus Bishop. It immediately goes to voicemail. I'm sorry, I'm busy right now, taking a meeting.
You can text my Times Square.
Is Bishop's internal phone old school as well? He has to like stick his finger in his flesh and do like rotary dial.
Gross. So no, I'll send you a message, and I'm just like, this doesn't smell right. There's no way this guy would be willing to jump on a nomad family that he's a part of. We might be walking into an ambush. Especially that comment of right out of here bailing if there's too much heat. And so and then I give you like the eyebrows, like you reading this fucking message, what's going on
PC
here?
glance.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I'll just probably return the glance and like do something like unclip a thumb brake on a holster, or just rack the slide on a weapon I'm holding, just to make sure that there's a round chamber, that sort of stuff.
I mean, that makes enough of a noise that he turns and says, "Gentlemen, is there a problem?
I have one question for you, if you don't
I'd
mind me
prefer
asking.
not to be assassinated in my house."
Oh no, nothing that bad. I just want to know what's your affiliation with the blimp that we're going to be taking on.
Viva Libre? I have no affiliation with them.
Are you sure? Because
Yeah,
our
I'm
boy
pretty
here,
sure.
our boy here has some recollection with them in the past.
He used to be an air pirate. So did I. That doesn't mean that either of us work with Viva Libre. You checking your boy over there for a toucan up his ass?
To be clear, I was an infant.
Gentlemen, be cool.
That's what I'm saying. The infant, that's perfectly fine. But if you say that you ran in circles with the same people that his parents did,
Yeah,
and you're
because
also
all air
mentioning-
pirates are the same. Is that what you're saying?
That's super.
I have no
racist.
idea.
Gang.
Yeah, like ET. Yeah, he just turns on you. He's just like, oh, so you think that just because someone's an air pirate, they're friends with all the other air pirates? We all look the same. We talk the same. We all back each other up.
Gentlemen, this is a business deal.
Is it?
Let's all take a deep breath.
How about you have your man over there get his hand off of his gun?
We've got...
I was under the impression, Mr. Jaden, that you were a professional and that you were here to do a job, but this has gotten out of hand.
I am here to do a job. I'm just... Apparently someone's gotten the wrong idea here. I was introduced to Mr. Primo through my connections. I trust his intelligence.
It's just Primo.
He has some background with
Air piracy.
Mr. Bones here. Just everyone take a breath. We're all on the same side here. We've paid for this privilege, and let's go have some fun and take down a fucking blimp. How about that, guys?
Your idea of fun is...
I'll demonstrably put my rifle on safe and let it hang. So
Okay.
I just have one question.
Yeah.
Were you there when my parents' ship exploded?
I think he turns away from you and heads to a bowl of cherries on a table and then eats one and spits the pit out into his hand. It takes a dramatically long time and he says, "No, I wasn't there when it happened." A lot of things went wrong.
Yeah. I was the only one who got out.
Look, if you come back alive, which by no means is assured, not against the people you're going up with, you can come back to me and we can have a talk about what went down that day. But it's a longer story than you have time for. I believe you have a meeting in Georgia. Sparrowhawk will brief you on what you need to know about air-to-air combat.
As long as you weren't the one who killed him, we're fine.
So he does something with his hands that you don't understand. I think probably you've seen it before between nomads greeting each other. You know, it's like
With a street slang 8, do I have any chance of...
No, it's not a street slang thing. It's a nomad thing.
Okay.
You don't really understand what it is, but he says, "We're one family." I would not lie to you about this. I had nothing to do with your parents' death. If things had gone better, I would have been there to help.
Well, I look forward to coming back and hearing your justifications of why you weren't. Let's go.
Okay, so you march out behind his mansion. It takes a little while because you were in the front room, and it's pretty deep to get to the back airfield. There's a guy out back. He has a bomber jacket with the red, white, and so the first part of the letter is red, and then there's like a higher felt level that's slightly smaller in font that's blue, and then there's a slightly smaller, slightly higher raised felt level that's white, that says Sparrowhawk on the back of his jacket. And then there's like 50 stars on the back of it. When he turns around, he looks kind of like the drunken old prospector in a 1800s ghost town bar.
Stinky Pete from Toy Story 2.
That's fine if you want to go with that one. That's not exactly what I meant, but sure.
How many front teeth does he have?
He got them all. He has an obviously cybernetic arm that is interfaced into his aircraft as he's picking things up and loading them into the side of the aircraft. It's like a 70-year-old passenger Cessna. Along the left wing, there's some sort of pile driver mechanism that looks pretty odd. He says, "Oh, hey, you're Pascal, ain't you?"
I am.
Hey, come on over here, bud. Listen, I heard that you're the door kicker for this mission.
Well, I don't.
Okay, so you're really into that cold, creepy stare, huh? Okay.
I don't kick nearly as well as this guy, and he points over to Wolfgang.
Oh, okay. All right. So, all right, Wolfgang, here's the deal. Hello, Wolfgang. I'm Sparrowhawk.
Hello.
All right, so here's the deal. I'm going to need you to, when you want to get into that aircraft, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire Bessie here. She's going to shoot out and spike into the enemy craft right at their loading door. All right. You're going to have to ride over on a carabiner down the line, plant your explosive charge, blow the door off, and then your guys are going to have to one by one enter the facility. So you good with that? You want to do any practice before we do it? Where's your explosives? You should probably keep them somewhere easy to access.
Oh, I thought you were talking literally kicking. Yeah, no, I guess I will be the one to help with that.
Hey, look, If you think physically kicking a door on Viva Libre's airship is going to work, more power to you. But somehow I'm thinking that you're going to need a little something to get through that door.
Oh, good thing.
What would you need to roll to ride down the carabiner?
You don't need to roll anything as long as you don't do anything weird while you're doing it.
Yeah, if you clipped in, it's just gravity.
Yeah.
You roll gravity.
Yep.
All right.
The real
sure,
problem
roll
is you need to not mishandle the explosive on the far end of
You,
that.
you,
Yeah, no, that's someone else's job, I think.
you fumble gravity, you carabiner onto your shoe.
Unless somebody
fall
else
to the
has
ship.
heavy weapons, or is this going to be heavy weapons or demolition?
It is going to be heavy weapons. You don't have the time to demolitions the door.
Okay. Well,
So
if someone else has heavy weapons,
do you want
I
to
was
practice
considering
doing
getting it,
this
but,
on the ground before you have to
Yes,
do it
please.
for real? Okay. So it's a little expensive because for him, because he has to use a charge of the pile driver a few times. But how it goes is he gives you a parachute that you have to wear during the demonstration, even though you're on the ground. He
I
fires
bought
the
my own
pile.
parachute.
Do what?
I bought my own parachute, by the way.
Okay. Well, then you
How
don't need
much
to
was
use
it?
one of his.
400 euros.
That's it?
Wow.
I would have brought my own too.
So the only reference I could find a parachute in the books is the parachute add-on for the wingman full bore conversion.
Okay, I'll buy that.
Yeah.
So, you guys bring your own parachutes, so you don't need to use one of his. I mean, his look.
oh, I
perfect.
totally use one of his.
His look finely packed. Doesn't look
I
like there's any
think-
problem
I
with it.
think myself-
Too cheap to buy a parachute.
I think myself and Bishop are definitely the type of men that are like, no, we bring our own gear. We don't use rentals. That seems stupid. like.
So he walks you through piece by piece how the approach is going to go. He's going to come up behind the aircraft on the right hand side, so the left wing is out. He's going to line up with whatever exterior door there is. Then they fire the Bessie. It penetrates into the wall, and then hooks come out to hold it in place so that the two aircraft are now attached together. You ride down the line from Bessie to the end of the spike tip, which assumably is going to be the door, attach the explosive and blow the door inwardly. And then each of you has to go down the line and ride in one after another.
So I asked the guy.
I'm just going to ask ahead of time before I go through all this. What's the DC I'm going to have to hit to do this?
Well, let's try it in practice with
Yes.
a dummy charge.
Okay.
Go ahead
Can
and
I
make
ask
the
some
roll.
questions first?
Yes.
Are you familiar with their dirigible?
I mean, I've heard stories. I don't personally know about it. He says.
Are you anticipating that we'll be able to get close to the rear without being detected, or you think that we'll be detected on the way in?
So he puts a pinky finger in his ear and cleans it while he's talking to you and says, well, I think that the probability we can approach them without being detected is near zero. Maybe if they're drunk and they turn their radar systems off. I mean, I'm going to turn my IFF off, but as far as I know, they're ex-military. They almost certainly are going to have an active radar system on board, and if not, it would take a drunk person to not see us approaching, and
Do you expect
probably.
they have exterior defenses?
As far as I know, I've heard tell us some crazy shit about them. I think at most we might have to worry about, someone leaning out a door and shooting some bullets at us. Which
And
is
what's our-
bad.
it's-
Don't get me wrong, that's bad, but I don't know that it's worse than that. I've heard that, missile launcher systems, like animals crawling onto your aircraft, but those are just legends.
What's our exfiltration strategy once we've got control of the airship?
I will rotate my craft so that instead of going up, you go down towards my aircraft. You'll just hook yourself back in and ride the carabiner back towards me.
So what
You
happens
got
if
any,
this aircraft jinx while you're attached to it?
I'm gonna jink while it's attached too.
You're
I need
confident
you
that you're not
guys
gonna
to
stall
get
out if they
control
slow
of the
down, or-
aircraft as quickly as possible.
So what kind of aircraft has he got? Is it an AV or is it?
No, it's a fixed wing.
Okay, so my only concern is what if they slow to your stall speed?
He's like, well, then they're going to be dragging a Cessna behind them.
Okay.
How much? You got any? You got any bags we can throw down the carabiner?
Like what kind of bags?
Like things we can put things into and then down the line so that we can safely deliver them to your Cessna?
I mean, he goes to the back of his aircraft and is like, I could remove the parachutes from these bags. I don't normally bring bags. And you could take the
I've got a
parachute.
nylon bag. We can put things in.
Yeah, I mean, like we can attach a carabiner to just about anything.
All right. So hypothetically, if you... We're probably going to take some stuff from this dirigible.
That
Before we
is how
blow it
air
up.
piracy works, yeah.
So how much would we safely be able to put into your plane and carry us
I mean, he
away?
gestures as a plane. He's like, it's going to be cramped with the four of you in the back with full packs. I mean, we can't bring back more than a few hundred pounds. Maybe 1,000 if you want to cut it real close.
Okay. Do you reckon? I've got a nylon bag as well.
Now, I'll be honest, I'm going to refuel as close to Georgia as I can, maybe middle Tennessee, somewhere along the eastern panhandle, but, you know, I don't have a huge amount of flight range once we're up there, so we need to be in and out so we can hit
we'll
the
be
ground.
quick. Don't worry about that. We'll be quick.
I've heard that before. I've said that before. Doesn't always work out.
Oh, we'll see.
He pulls out
You
a
ready to
flask
go?
and takes a sip.
Do any of the rest of you not have high caliber head protection?
I do. I got 28 on my head.
Yep. Anyone else? You're all fine.
I've got 24 in my head.
I still have the helmet you gave me the last time.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, I've got 20,
Only limb we can't
24,
replace.
so-
So
It's the
All
head.
right, AP, is this heavy weapons roll?
Yes. Okay, so what happens for all of you? He fires the Bessie. The prong goes out. It reaches the end of its line, and then it's like watching Blade Sword in Blade 1. At that time, he pushes Pascal. It's like, go, go, go! Pascal rides down the line and like hits a cardboard target with his feet, attaches himself there, and like puts the explosive on, and the explosive just falls off. And he's like, "Son, someone thousands of feet below you is going to be hit by a brick of plastique. You cannot fail at attaching this explosive."
did you want me to try?
What do I need to hit?
I'm not going to tell you that. I just want to watch
Your
you
reflex
fail.
is garbage, my dude.
My
Like your
reflex-
reflex is hot shit.
Yeah.
So,
An 8
I
is
think
not good enough for sure.
it sounds like either
Like,
like
I need to hit a 15. I can't do it.
I'm happy to try.
yeah, myself and Bishop both have 10 in reflex, so it's going to be one of us for
Do
sure.
you
And
have
I'm trained. I'm trained to have weapons as well.
Okay, I was going to
so-
say, do you
Oh,
have
it's
any
definitely
level
you.
of heavy weapons? Otherwise, this could go very wrong. All right, make your roll as you make the approach. Bishop
Okay, six.
rides down the line. He hits the cardboard target. He attaches the explosive. It dummy detonates, and using a stopwatch, Sparrowhawk is like, "Good, that's a good time. It's not the best I've ever seen, but it seems like you know your way around a block of door knocker. You know, you could learn a thing or two from this guy."
Seems like you don't have the reflexes, boy. I don't know what's wrong with you.
It seems like you're probably. This is that time where the GM warns you, and he says, "It kind of seems like maybe you don't have the reflexes to attach an explosive to a moving vehicle in midair while
That's
hanging from a carabiner line."
This area is too high level for you. Maybe come back after you've done some more stuff.
He pats Marcus on the back and says, "Maybe you better leave it to this fellow here."
Why does that wall have a triangle with a skull on it?
And it's blinking.
I like the idea that Glimo doesn't have the experience points required to operate a parachute, so it's not recommended he starts this mission.
God, guys.
I hand Bishop a kilo of C6 and say, I think you better.
We need a kilo for this.
Oh yeah, at least probably.
Okay.
The kilo is 1 dose in.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's one piece. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's 1d10 damage, I believe it is.
Oh,
No, it's 8d10.
Yeah,
Or
that-
8d6.
Per kilo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything you're saying is wrong. It's 8d10 for sure.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Watch him do exactly 8 damage.
He's just got to get through the door, you know? It'll be no problem. So he looks at you all and gives you his best Gwent nod and says, well, when you're all ready, we need to get on the aircraft as soon as possible. I didn't know we'd be taking so much time to do test runs. I got to get some more ammo to load up Bessie with explosive charges, but when you're ready, we'll get up in the air and start heading down to Georgia.
The nod that hides loading times.
So just so you know, with real C4, the nominal blasting capacity is 1.7 grams per cubic centimeter.
Okay.
So if we say a door is 1 meter tall by half a meter wide, oh, that's not a door. Say normal. Say 2 meters tall by 1 meter wide. That's 2 cubic meters or 2,000.
Think about it in
centimeters. Yeah. So you need about 200
Cyberpunk.
grams to blow open a regular size. Oh, that
I mean, is that
include the
accounting for
thickness,
material?
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
include the thickness either. Yeah.
So
or
think about it from
molecular
Cyberpunk
density.
perspective. 1/8 of a kilo is 1d10 worth of damage, right? So that's how you need to consider this problem. Not how not the.
I'm sorry,
standard
the system
version.
isn't realistic, Japes. Let's
I'm
get
just
back
thinking
to
of it.
attacking a terrorist airship with a 70-year-old Cessna.
70-year Cessna, a grapple gun, and some plastique.
Is there anything you all wanted to do before you load up into the back of the aircraft?
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I have like some sort of goggle or something like that.
Okay, just
we're,
to look
wearing,
cool.
we're wearing breath masks and goggles, I believe. So
Okay. Like, is it a full gas mask thing?
Yeah, the gas-
I've got a breath mask plus goggles because at the end of the day, any sort of gas they provide is going to probably irritate mucous membranes, which includes the ears and the eyes. So
I have cyber ears and cyber eyes, so
So you can hear the gas really well.
right. So I've just got the breather.
So it's a Cessna, so we can fly with a door open, yeah. So I can
Yes.
strap in and still, like, shoot out of a door if necessary
Yes.
without shooting the inside of the plane.
If any defensive actions need to be taken on the way to the blimp, it is expected that someone will be hanging out the side of that door shooting back.
Yeah, I'm already on the side with the pile driver anyway because I'm the first one to go out there. So
Yes.
yeah, but
If you're gonna have the door open in flight, he basically insists that you all wear your parachutes at all
It's more a
times.
case I can open it if need be. That's all. Because obviously if we open it in flight, it's going to increase the drag. It's going to increase its fuel consumption. So
I don't know how many people in this room have opened a door on an airplane while it's flying before. I have. It's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
It is.
I haven't skydived
absolutely
yet, but one
fucking-
day I'd like to get to that point because I need to overcome my unstoppable fear of jumping out of a
Yeah,
fucking
no.
aircraft,
Dude,
plummeting
my-
towards the ground with no abandon.
my wife's skydived while pregnant, so which you're not supposed
Wow.
to do. She didn't know she
Wow.
I was the dude
found out the day
that had to
afterwards.
slide the door open when we did our jump, and I have never been more terrified in my fucking life. That every fiber in your being says, "What are you doing, dickhead? Don't open this door."
I said to my wife at the time, I think that skydiving is different from every other extreme sport in that extreme sports are extreme because when you do them, if something goes wrong, there is a real chance that you could die. Whereas skydiving is a sport where when you do it, unless everything goes right, you're guaranteed pretty much to die.
Oh my God, James! Please don't say that again. I'm now reconsidering wanting to go skydiving.
Don't read the waiver when they give to you. Then when you go to do it,
Great,
just sign at the
perfect.
bottom.
So at maximum flight speed, which this thing certainly is no longer capable of achieving, and which he's not flying at, you could get there in 8 hours. But stopping twice, once in Virginia, once in Tennessee, to refuel and to relax for a time, it does take almost 24 hours to get down there. He spends almost the entire time in the pilot seat, interfaced into the aircraft, but he has a Walkman in. But the speakers are so loud you can obnoxiously hear, even over the drone of the aircraft, the anime music video soundtracks he's listening to for the entire 24 hours.
Initial D.
So I'm actually like on the way there. I turn to Coltan as like, well, what's the deal with this man? What do you know of him?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. So he recognizes you as an adult man all this time after what? How old are you?
21.
So at least
20 years ago.
So it should be noted
Yeah.
that Primo is in his early 40s, looking like a well-aged, beautiful 40s.
So something tells me that maybe he's been looking for you for a while. Otherwise, he would have no way of recognizing you.
No
Either
idea.
he's got a chip on his shoulder for your parents, or he holds a candle for them. Which one do you think it is?
Well, if they're a family and he wasn't the one that killed them and he wasn't there when they died, maybe he feels guilty.
Maybe. Or maybe that's how he got his start as a fixer. You need an investment somehow.
Maybe. A lot of my past is catching up with me, and I don't know much about my past. So this is all new to me.
So let me ask you this. How do you want to handle that?
I want to survive first.
Oh, don't worry, we will. This is the easy part. What we don't understand is what that guy is all about. I mean, he could be setting us up right now, you know? So
I'm sure.
when you do meet him, are you going in alone? What's your plan?
I mean, if we show up at this place and they already know that we're there and they kill us outright, then I guess we know the answer to that. If not, I'll take the meeting with him. I'll stipulate that I want someone there with me, or at least a bug. I don't trust this guy any more than you do. Trust me.
Okay. As long as we're on the same page, then we're good.
The only people that walk up to me or say they know me want me dead for some reason.
Yeah. Generally, when the mysterious stranger that known you his whole life and you don't know anything about comes out, it's never for a good reason. What also has me questioning his allegiance is the fact that he's so willingly throwing away a considerable sum of eddies for what? Family? No. I don't believe that for a second.
If he was nomad, to be honest, I don't really know my parents very well. A lot of that, you know how the brain works when it tries to save you from trauma? I don't trust strength very much either, so I don't want them digging around in there.
Meanwhile, Pascal's in his seat going, damn, we paid this guy 10 grand. I think we could have gotten it for 8.
What I was going to say is, at least a shrink isn't as bad as a veterinarian. Sorry to any veterinarians that got offended. That was an intros joke that you missed.
Except for one veterinarian who can get offended. We don't really care.
Wow.
You know you are.
That's true, I guess.
Well, if worst comes to worst, we can teach Primo a lesson. And the doctor's oath, I can't operate on family. To get what I say.
Did you take the Hippocratic Oath?
I assume you'd have to, unless I never
No.
graduated college.
No, you don't. I thought all doctors had to take the Hippocratic Oath. It's entirely optional. In fact, most doctors don't nowadays.
Oh,
Yeah, that's mostly a TB doctor thing, apparently. I found out about that on a time of Total Warfare, where English was like, I didn't take the Hippocratic Oath. Look it up. It's not a thing anymore. And I was like, my God, he's right. It's not a thing anymore. Doctors suck.
Wow. Today I learned.
So
I'm here
I'm
for
gonna
one
circle
thing and one
back.
thing only.
Did
Money.
you take the Hippocratic Oath, or is that not a thing for you anymore?
I don't think that you're not supposed to. I think the Hippocratic Oath doesn't say that you can't practice on your. It's in the original oath. It doesn't say you can't practice on family. It says you have to treat everybody as though they're your family, basically.
Correct.
Yeah, apply the same care to them as you would apply to your parents, sons, etc.
I mean, you could be the hypocritical oath, which is very different, but sounds the same.
Well, I would assume it was some sort of oath, but it was more like a legalese oath that protected the college from where we graduated from any legal backlash.
Yeah.
It's a Megacorp oath. I understand.
Yeah, so it's actually a waiver. It's a Hippocratic waiver.
Yeah, pretty much.
You will treat all the employees of this mega corporation like family while you're operating on them. Anyone who falls outside of this circle, you're free to treat however you like.
Yeah. That's probably part of the reason why the whole other thing happened, because like signed swore in the Hippocratic waiver, and then somebody died. Not my fault, but they think it's my fault. So
I like the idea that the Hippocratic waiver allows them to assign blame to you as needed by the corporation.
it was probably like a document submitted in the case to as a secondary document to be like, this is
The doctor, yeah. The judge is just like, this is an open and shut case. It doesn't seem like there's anything here. And then the lawyer is just like, what about this Hippocratic waiver? And the judge is like, slam dunk. I'm sorry, son. You're guilty.
Yeah.
Section 3, paragraph 5. In the event of an untimely or uneducated death, the signee of the Hippocratic waiver, aka the defendant, will likely receive all punishment and all blame towards the effect that happened due to his or her negligence. Thank you very much. I rest my case.
I mean, yeah,
It's called the to each according to their needs clause.
Like during that episode, we kind of established that the school didn't care about defending me, they cared about defending their reputation. So they might have even submitted that as listen, it's not our fault. He signed a thing. It's his fault.
It was self-defense for the corporation to screw you.
Yeah.
Self-defense. I love it. That's so perfect. Yeah.
So while you guys are flying, Sparrowhawk gets up and he walks back, and he's got enough length on his trodes that he can get far enough back to talk with you guys. And occasionally, while he's still jacked into the aircraft, he sits down to drink with you and offer some of his home distilled whiskey, and is just like, so what put you boys up to taking down this particular nest of vipers? You do a lot of eco-terrorism in the day? You need to up your rep?
Just another job.
Oh, just another job. Okay, so you're edge runners then.
We don't have any beef with this group except for the fact they have something that our client wants.
Ah, the client. Well, say no more. I wouldn't want you to violate your Hippocratic waiver.
I'll just death glare him.
Listen, are you up for making a bit of extra cash yourself?
I'm always up for making cash, but I got a code, so I'm going to need to know what you want up front.
Oh, would you be willing to do a bit more dangerous flying if we can take more gear with us?
I mean, it's not about flying or not flying. It's about weight limit. It's physics.
Well, these guys are apparently military, and military gear sells real good. I just need to know that you're willing to take the risk with us.
I'm telling you, 1,000 pounds is the extreme upper end of my weight limit. We take more than that, this thing is not going to continue flying like the beautiful duck she is.
What about extra parachutes? We could wrap up some stuff, drop it out.
I would prefer you don't, but I mean, parachute is only a couple of pounds here.
No, I mean out of the dirigible. Like we'll gather up the stuff that we need into a duff.
Uh-oh.
I thought I froze for a second.
I thought everybody froze for a second. You froze and we didn't hear anything after put things on a parachute and.
Oh. Am I back?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got the message my internet connection's unstable.
Yeah, so did I. It must be a Zoom thing.
No, but like we can take the duffel bag, one of the duffel bags that we're carrying the weapons in, like load it up and drop it at the dirigible with a tracker.
That is not how parachutes work, son.
Guys, there's 6 people on this dirigible. I can't imagine they have nearly enough to make it worthwhile to risk our lives for.
If there's something that's really valuable there, we're each 200-pound men. One of us could parachute to the ground and have the plane come back and get us.
As far as I know, we're over the fucking ocean, so...
Oh,
no, you're over the continental U.S. right now.
Yeah, but we're over like the what's it? The what the mountain range you said before was Appalachians, yeah.
For the entirety of your flight over West Virginia, which isn't that long, but for as long as he's there, it's just all country roads on repeat on his Walkman.
The Initial D remix of Country Roads.
I would love to be proved wrong, but I'm guessing the most valuable thing is the equipment our client has contracted us for.
Hey, look, don't get me wrong. These guys have specialized military gear, and rumor is they're pretty deep in the drug game that they use to fund their work. Now, I'm not going to sell drugs for you, and I don't really want to be involved with it, but if you bring back some unmarked cases, I'm not going to look at them twice.
That being said, though, they're known for using chemical or biological weapons, so
that's your
I don't know if you
problem.
really want that in your plane.
As long as it's sealed and it doesn't kill me, I'm okay with it.
All right, good to know.
Do any of you have the pharmacological knowledge to safely bring such a container back between 2 aircraft?
I look at Colton.
He looks at Colton.
I also look at Colton.
You get three PC glances and an NPC glance your way.
I guess I'm it, huh?
He looks over you. How confident do you he's rolling human perception. How confident do you look in your capability to bring back what could be deadly biological agents on those aircraft?
On a scale from 1 to pocket protector for your pens, where are you at?
I mean, I look like I've made some illicit substances in my day.
So
I mean, there's a long
5?
range from Breaking Bad to eco-terrorists, okay?
Do I need to show him my fucking my fucking doctor's license like I did with the pharmaceutical guy?
No, I mean,
listen, I got this thing called a Hippocratic waiver. You reckon you could sign that for me?
This guy is not going to be impressed if you show him a doctor's license, right? All he wants to know is if you think you're confident.
Yeah.
Okay, then he doesn't question it. As long as you look confident, he believes you. All right, so he nods and hands you his flask.
Weird. Hands me the flask?
Yep.
Got iced tea in it. It's delicious.
You look capable. Have some alcohol. That'll help.
I'll take a swig or like take a sniff anyway. What the fuck is it?
Smells like a Long Island iced tea.
I'll drink some.
So I was right.
It's a Long Island iced tea.
I'd drink some.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. You're going to get drunk pretty quickly drinking them, but
I'm not going to like down the whole thing.
Yeah, I understand.
Are you the guy that can handle deadly narcotics? Here, get drunk.
I'm a high functioning alcoholic.
Yeah.
In case that wasn't completely obvious by how much I've been drinking.
Yeah, so he recaps the flask and nods and says, all right, we're coming
I
up.
didn't know there was 3 dirigibles. There's only 1, dude. Huh?
We're coming up on the last airfield. I'm just going to top off the tanks. You need to go to the bathroom, say your prayers, Do whatever you need to do. Do it now. After that, we're taking off, and well, if your numbers are right, we should be encountering them within the next hour.
Fun.
Very well.
What have we got in terms of like communication between us? Like,
Well, no. Let me do this, Dave. So the aircraft lands, and we get a chase cam that like covers the four of you like it's a GTA mission planning brief, and then like Bishop puts his hand on the aircraft and like pulls himself out the hole, and as each of you go out the hole, like a loading screen starts and a timer 8 minutes long begins counting down.
All right. What have we got in terms of communication between
No,
us?
that's it. That's
The timer started.
the
Dave.
timer's now, Dave. It's real. It's the break time.